Hey, what's going on everybody? Wednesday, July 23rd, around 3:15 p.m. and I haven't eaten yet and I'm hungry. Just been up all morning actually recording videos, editing videos, and I think my computer is about this close to exploding just because of rendering videos and everything. I felt the back of it and actually got third-degree burn. So computer's running hot, figured I would take a little break and actually just make a little meal real quick. Going to have some chicken as well as some of this rice right here. Just kind of mix that together. So let me get that cooking and I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, so quick little bowl of some chicken and rice right here. Gonna top it off with some of this Taco Bell mild sauce, which I actually picked up from Walmart for $1. So stuff is actually really good. I like to put it on burritos and whatnot. And the macros, a lot of people, you know, if you're concerned about sodium, hot sauces typically have pretty high sodium. But for this one, for one serving, a teaspoon, you only get 25 milligrams. So a lot lower than most hot sauces and tastes really good. So gonna eat this up and that will probably be my pre-workout meal. Hey, what's going on everybody? Sitting outside the gym right now, about to head in for some deadlifts. That's if I don't get yelled at. So the program actually calls for me to increase the weight. Last week was 365 for 6 sets of 3. But since I got bitched out in the middle of my sets, I was only able to do 3 sets of 3 and then I stopped deadlifting. So this week I figured I would keep the weight the same and try and get all 6 sets and then increase the weight next week. So the goal is 365 for 6 sets of 3 in the cluster sets. And after that we have some additional arm work and stuff like that. So I'll try and film the deadlifts if I can. It's a little bit crowded, it's around 5 o'clock right now, so busy time. But I'll definitely do my best. So let's get in there and make some noise. Alright, what's going on everybody? Today's training session consisted of some deadlift cluster sets, working with 365 pounds on the bar, and we had to do 6 sets of 3. Now I've mentioned this before in prior videos about what deadlift cluster sets are. Just for those who are unaware of what I'm doing here, a cluster set is typically just taking rest in between each rep. So this was my first set of 3. You'll notice in between each rep, I would take about a 10 to 15 second break to kind of reset myself and then pull off the ground from a dead stop. So there's no touch and go here, and really what I'm doing is giving myself enough time to get my setup right, but not enough time to fully recover. So the goal is not to take a minute break and then pull the next rep. It's simply to just get yourself situated, make sure you're staying tight, take the slack out of the bar, and then pull the bar off the ground. So I've been experimenting with these for a few weeks and really liking them, to be honest. You'll notice that I did try and pull most of my reps with a double overhand grip, but it just started to slip, so there were occasional times where I had to switch over to a mixed grip, which is not really a big deal, although still something I'm experimenting with and trying to get comfortable with. I feel like my arm just gets in the way and it brings the bar forward a little bit, so something that, again, will still take some time for me to get down, but all in all, definitely happy with how the deadlifts are going. I am getting stuck off the ground on a few of the reps. I noticed that once I lift it off the ground, it pulls up pretty damn fast. But the 365 just feels like it's glued to the ground for the first second. So again, working on that, might incorporate some deficits into the mix. And really what I wanted to talk about in this video, it's a short one and it's really just mostly deadlifts, but I wanted your feedback on, you know, what you guys are interested in seeing on these vlogs. I know a lot of times it's the same shit. It's me training, eating, and then doing a voiceover of me training, and then usually I close off the video with some eating. So it can get repetitive, but to be honest, that's the majority of what the vlogs are about. You know, my day consists of working mostly behind a computer desk, so that's nothing too interesting there. So I try and make it interesting with the training footage, with the voiceovers, including some tips, maybe what my program is, and some things that can maybe help you out. Sometimes I'll throw in a few motivational speeches here and there, but essentially it's training, eating, and then some daily vlogging. So I would love to hear your feedback in the comment section below about how I can make these more entertaining. You notice in this video I messed around with different camera angles, just because if I kept the same angle for every single set, it would look like I just had the video playing on replay and I was doing the same set over and over again. So figured I would try out some different angles for you guys to keep it interesting, but again, please leave your feedback down below about what you would like to see. Are you interested in just the heavy compound movements, or do you like the accessory movements where I maybe give you a tip on how to make them a little bit better, how to make them emphasize certain muscles more. Maybe like when you're doing these bicep curls, let your wrist trail behind a little bit, brace your core, stuff like that. So I'm open to your feedback. I want to make these videos entertaining for you, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching as always, and until next time, we'll see you in the next video, and I look forward to those comments. Thanks, guys.